That's not bad.
7 or 8. And then,
But I do not like plan.
if you have celiac disease or you're.
I guess so. Like you said.
What's your name?
Silvio Oliva Jr.
I'm Sergio Perez.
Do you consent to this video?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
So why do you like the meal plan?
I like the meal plan just because there's like a lot of different places on campus and like a different variety of foods to have. Like the Commons and the Market, those are like my go-to spots. It's pretty accessible to me.
You can make it more affordable for some students. Like you put your money into that account, and then you get discounts depending on the places you go. So that's a positive part of it, I guess.
So what do you do whenever you run out of money? Have you run out of money?
I did not run out of money last semester. I might this semester, but I'm not there yet, so I haven't run into that problem yet.
Okay, so we did the calculations of having the double T, which is like $7.70, and if you had like 3 meals a day for like, you would run out in 51 days.
Yes.
And I feel like that's not okay with like, we have like 5 months in the semester. Like I had that problem last year or last fall. I had to get a job at Chick-fil-A, so
yeah.
I usually like talk to my parents about allocating a little bit more money into it since I am using loans. It's a little bit hard to do that during the year, so I usually plan ahead and try to do it for next year, make sure I have enough money so it doesn't run out.
It's crazy because we did the math and like statistically, if you started out with $770 and you got 3 meals a day, you last 51 days of the semester. Okay, and that's not fair. That's not okay with my opinion for the like what? How long is the semester? 5 months?
Yeah, semester. Yeah.
51 days, well that's barely 2 months.
Yeah, I mean the whole year is like 51 weeks if you do it divided by. Yeah. No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Does it not stress you out having to budget out your money on top of all your schoolwork?
For me, it does, just because for architecture, you do have to buy your own materials, and that can be a little bit pricey, especially like laser cutting, for instance. I spent probably like $170 this semester.
Dang, a cafeteria, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Exactly. I would not have to worry about that. That'd be less stress on me.
It would. That's the whole thing about.
I guess so. Like you said, you had that that problem with that 700 points you started with. I started all my semesters with 1,000, so that's why I hit that difference, because I didn't run that semester. I had like 100 or 50 left last semester, so I haven't run into that problem. So like some students that don't have the chance to get to like 1,000 points, or like students that get even like 1,500 points, then I feel like they don't struggle as much. But yeah, it will be a struggle for students that can't afford a higher meal plan and are trying to budget and not having enough meals if they go with that lower budgeting plan.
Yeah, because a lot of kids do use loans, and they have to, because once they run out, they have to use another loan and they have to pay the government more.
Yeah, and then just the pile of money you have
so
to pay back.
it's a hassle. How do you survive on campus if you have celiac disease? If you had like gluten-free,
have
you seen the places that offer gluten-free stuff?
I haven't.
You haven't? Huh.
Actually, yeah, now that you say it, like usually when you do go, I'm from California, so it's like a lot of people there like don't eat gluten. They have all these restrictions, and like places already have advertisement on the side of the buildings where you can see that.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I haven't seen anywhere on campus that does that.
The marketplace, they offer one place, but it's all so expensive. Like it's like $12.
Yeah, I think that's really sad that that's not like accessible to people who cannot have gluten.
Vegans, vegetarian, like yes.
They cannot eat.
That's why the cafeteria, in my opinion, would offer a variety of options where they wouldn't have to just be left out in this equation of food. They wouldn't have to just suffer. So,
I've seen a few places in campus that have gluten-free options. There's not many, and I feel like the ones that they have are expensive. I don't have that problem, so I don't have to struggle, but some other students might, so I don't know.
And that's when the cafeteria option comes in my opinion. Like they would offer a lot of variety for like people with gluten-free, people who are vegan, vegetarian. I just feel like they're like left out, and that's just not okay. So, thoughts on that?
Well, I've heard of some students that go to college and have a cafeteria, and I haven't had it, but it seems like the food quality goes down because they also have to, like, the whole cafeteria has to fill up full campus.
Yeah.
and I feel like the closest thing to that is like Fresh Plate,
Mhm.
and the food's not really that good there.
Fresh Plate is horrible.
So
I've
I don't know if I wouldn't choose a cafeteria. I feel like
Yeah.
if I'm comparing it with Fresh Plates.
Yeah, Fresh Plate. You can't compare with Fresh Plate. Like Lubbock Christian, they have a cafeteria, and my sister, when she went there, she loved it. They had a lot of options. It was massive. They could choose all the things in the world. So, Fresh Plate, no, it's Tex Fresh Plate. Do you believe the meal plan was made for the success of students after this interview? Do you believe the meal plan is made for the success of students?
I feel like for the students that can pay for that meal plan, yes. But for the students that have to get loans to pay that and have to get lower meal plans, it's also a business for them. So I feel like it's at 50-50. They have to make their money, but then it's also trying to help some students, but it doesn't always help the student.
Yeah, because if you have the largest meal plan, which is like $2,000,
Yeah.
you like initially it costs $4,000, and then you go down to $2,000. Like, what happens to the other $2,000?
Oh, you're right. I don't know what happens. See, that's where the business
But
comes
it's
in.
like, they can our tuition is like $21,000. They can afford to implement a cafeteria to make students not have to. They can succeed with that, having 3 meals a day. You know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
No, I do not think that. I think it's just because of like how easy it is, just to have a place on campus for it. But at the end of the day, like it's a business. They're trying to get the money out of you,
Yeah.
and it is cheaper to do it on your own. But it's just like the convenience of having it there.
Yeah.
I think that's what some people misinterpret rather than actually looking at the costs and seeing that it is cheaper to make it on your own. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just
unhealthy
convenience.
here.
Exactly.
It's so unhealthy. Everything's fried. Like freshman 15.
Freshman 15,
Bro.
that's not a lie. But I will say, like, the only one place that I've seen is probably Carvery. But even then, within that, I think you just have to stick to what you know is a good. Like, I've been eating just turkey, green beans, and potatoes. Simple. It's bland, but I mean,
Simple. And how much is that?
that comes out to about like 7 or 8.
$7. Okay.
That's not bad.
7 or 8, and then.
But I do not like plan moving forward to like eat that every day just because of
Yeah.
like cost and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, because you
But-
can't. You're gonna run out
Because
eventually.
because you can.
Okay, well, thank you so much, man.
Of course, sir.
Reasons why I think the cafeteria would benefit Texas Tech students more is because it's less stressful on them, and they're guaranteed 3 meals a day. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's convenient. And if you have celiac disease or you're vegetarian, vegan, you don't have to worry about that because you have a variety of options. And it's just, I feel like parents, I know for parents that they are, like, they want their kids to succeed, and they're paying this large amount to come to school, and they're not getting fed what they should, and that's just not okay. But cafeteria would offer that, and their parents and students and faculty wouldn't have to worry about that. You wouldn't have to add more money into it because you wouldn't run out. It's part of your tuition. So